Woke up quick at about noon. Just felt like I had to talk about fragrances soon. Gotta get what he say. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mama start tripping about my friends. About to go when damn near went blind. Young in the hood, throwing up gang. That's the Easy E, man. Y'all remember that song? Okay, let's get to it. It is your boy Trey Sense. Now, to what you came here for. It is that time of the week again. It is time for my weekly fragrance review. So this is where I talk about the fragrances that I've worn over the past week, maybe the compliments that I got, and the situation that I wore them in, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But before we get into that, has anybody invented self-cleaning glasses? I think I clean my glasses 50,000 times a day and they still dirty. I can't stand dirty things. But anyway, except my girl, I like her a little bit dirty. But anyway, please be sure to like, share, and sub if you haven't. I appreciate it. The channel is growing, so I appreciate all you new subs. And again, we're always trying to get the video to at least 50 likes. Your like may be the one to send it over the top. And I had a sub comment that too, so thanks for the thumbs up. Now, let's get to it. Doing something a little bit different this year. I'm going with the small notebook because it's easier to keep up with. So, oh man. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? Okay, let's go. Easy to deal with that. I don't think I'll need my pen, so I'll toss that right there. Going with Sunday, which would have been, wow, that would have been New Year's Eve, December the 31st. The fragrance that I wore that particular day was one of my samples, and it's a fragrance that I have in my collection. But since I have a sample pack, I decided to wear it, and it is from the house of Dior. And I've told you many times, don't bore her, Dior her, and it is Dior Saage. And I didn't use my bottle because I didn't use my bottle. I used the sample, so here we go. Now, if you haven't smelled Dior Saage, hightail it to your nearest mall, your Dillard's, or anywhere where they sell fragrances, and they're gonna have this. Mine came from Dillard's. And this is a polarizing fragrance. It is a compliment getting fragrance. It smells really good. Performance is good. It is everything that you want in a fragrance. The only thing about it is, with that being said, it's probably one of the more popular fragrances out there. A little bit blue, a little bit incensey. The parfum is very, very strong. It is one of those fragrances that they're going to push on you when you walk in the mall. It's one of the ones that they know to grab. But they do that because it is such a crowd-pleasing fragrance. To me, there's a lot of similarities between Bleu de Chanel and Dior Saage. I happen to like Chanel a little bit more than I do Saage. But you can't go wrong with Dior or Chanel, either one. But yes, a little bit blue, a little bit incensey. Again, this is a polarizing, compliment getting fragrance. If you wear this, you're gonna get noticed, you're gonna get smelled. People are gonna be like, oh, you smell nice. Is that Savage? Because they're not gonna pronounce it right. But New Year's Eve to work, this is what I had. This is what I decided to wear. I had to work, so this is what I went with. And that was the 31st of December. And that brings us to the first day of the year. Again, I had samples, so I went with samples. And this is one I don't have in my collection. And I don't think I will buy this unless I come across it at a really, really good price. Really, really good deal. Maybe I'll come across it on Mercari. Somebody selling it in a group. And this also is Don't Bore Her, Dior Her. And this is Dior Home Sport. And again, not to bring up Chanel, but that's what this fragrance reminded me of. I did not get a compliment on this fragrance. I do like this fragrance. Will I own this fragrance? Again, like I just said, if I catch it at a great price. They're not identical by any stretch of the imagination, but I think what Dior was going for with this fragrance was what Chanel did with Chanel Allure, or Chanel Allure Home Sport, along those lines, or Chanel Allure Home Sport Extreme. along those lines. It's fresh, it's green, it's bright, it's invigorating. It reminds me of being out on the golf course or just warmer weather, pretty days, having on some you know how them little prissy boys dress. I like Lamar Gaston, them guys that wear those bow ties. You know how they put on those colored shorts, you know, that come down to about their knee with the little boat shoes and some loafers and a button-down shirt. Yeah, that's just what it reminds me of. Just very carefree, very light, very easy. I think it smells good. I think it smells really good. But between having Lacoste L12 12 Blanche, the one in the green bottle, and then having Lacoste L12 12 in the white bottle, and between having Chanel Allure Sport and Chanel Allure Extreme, I just don't feel like I need this one. You know, we talked about redundancy. I don't need it now. Again, if I come across somebody selling a partial bottle for a few bucks, I might pick it up just to have it. Just to have it. Or if I hear it's going to get discontinued, I might pick it up just to have it. It does smell really, really good. It does. But it's one of those fragrances, if you have those, I just don't think you need it. Are they the same? No. They're not exactly the same, but they're going to put you in the same vibe, in the same wheelhouse. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you have that one, there's no need for this one, because you would reach for them on the same occasion if you were having the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? They're too close together. So I guess it would be like having a Dodge Charger with the Hemi and then having the 392 Scat Pack. I mean, like, why do you need both? Like, really? Nonetheless, fragrance smells good. It lasted okay. Lighter fragrances like this don't really last the longest, and you don't buy this fragrance for its monster projection or its longevity. You buy it because it's a close encounter scent, great office type scent. Again, think fresh, green, bright, invigorating, and that's what you get from this. It reminds me of being in Kentucky somewhere, or Bowling Green, where the grass is real pretty and thick, and you know you're out playing golf, hitting a few golf balls, and just that spring green summertime, about a 75-degree day. That's what it reminds me of. I would probably reach for that here in a couple of months when the seasons start to change. Maybe the days get longer again. That's when I would reach for that fragrance. But that's what I wore the first day of the year. And that was Monday, which brings us to Tuesday. Tuesday, I reached for a fragrance. Oh, I did Dapper twice this week. I didn't realize that. I reached for a fragrance from the house of Dapper, just to wear something different. And it is Dapper's version of Byron's Mouly Mouly. And I like this fragrance. I like it a lot, man. I do. It's sweet, a little bit tropical. I could easily see this being a unisex fragrance. I want to say that maybe a slight sweet tobacco note in there. I've had this bottle a while. You can tell because I don't even think Travis over at Dapper does the pine cone or pineapple bottles or whatever these were called anymore. You know, he's gotten so fancy with his stuff now, man. But that lets you know that this is an old bottle. But this juice has sat and gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. Heavy oil concentration. So it is so potent. But I do like this fragrance. Byron by Mouly Mouly, Dapper's version again. This is like a walk on the beach. I know you're probably thinking, why would you wear that in January? Well, because I wanted to. I wanted something that was going to stand. It was a little cool. I wanted something that was going to stand, cut through it, just, you know, put me in a little, a vibe, so to speak. I just wanted to be a vibe, so I went with this one. From the house of Dapper, it is their version of Byron's Mouly Mouly. I don't even know if Trav still sells that one. That's what I wore Tuesday. Wednesday, I went back with more of a cool weather type of scent, and this is one that I really think you need to add this to your collection if you haven't. It's very affordable. It's from the house of Armaf, and it's from the Armaf niche line, and it is simply Armaf niche oud. And this is one that always gets me compliments every single time I wear it. What is it? A really clean oud smelling fragrance. This is clean oud. It's not that dirty, skanky, animalic oud. And you see the levels. You see the levels. Every time I wear this, somebody asks me, man, what is that you're wearing? What fragrance is that you're wearing? It's just a banger. There's no other way to describe it. This is just one of those fragrances that smell good. And you see the levels. This bottle, I'm halfway through this bottle. I've had it about 2 years. But I love oud fragrances, especially in the spring and summer and in the winter. I know people are like, shouldn't wear oud in the summer. I do. I reach for oud on the hottest days of the year, and it works. You just can't spray a ton of it. Oud is one of those notes that works winter, summer, spring, or fall. You just have to adjust the amount that you spray. But this niche oud by Armaf is one that I think, again, 4 seasons with this one, winter, summer, spring, or fall. But it was a cool day. I think I wore my hoodie to work that day, and I just said, you know what? I'm going with this. And it's Armaf niche oud. And what you have is a very sweet fragrance, maybe a little bit of vetiver mixed in with that oud, and I like it. I like it a lot. That is what I wore Wednesday. Thursday is my day to go to the barbershop right before I go to work. And yeah. So again, I went with something from the house of Dapper, and it was completely unintentional, but I just had this fragrance on my mind because I was like, that's what I want to wear. So I wore, and this is an older batch as well. And that's the thing about buying fragrances with a high oil concentration, whether you get them from Dapper, Sensual Obsessions, or Making Scent, wherever you get them from, it doesn't matter. When you let these bad boys sit, they become so strong and so potent. And I probably got asked 4 or 5 times what I had on. So from the house of Dapper, it is their version of JPG's Le Mans. And this is supposed to represent the older batch. And again, I'm going to show you the levels just so you think I don't be play pimping. When I talk about wearing these fragrances, I want you to understand. If I suggest a fragrance to you, it's because I've worn it. And I probably got 5 or 6 compliments on this fragrance. I mean, real talk. See, I went in the barbershop. As soon as I hit the chair, my barber said, man, what you got on? And I told him, told him what I had on. And it's just, I'll give you a testimony of how strong this is. I work in a grocery store, and when it gets cold at night, it gets really cold in the store. Our store has 2 doors, one on each end of the store. So with those doors opening up all night long, it gets cold. So I wear a toboggan, is what I was getting at, and with my hoodies and my sweatshirts. I wear a beanie. Some kind of way, this got sprayed on my beanie. That was Thursday. I picked that same beanie up today, which is Saturday. Actually it's Sunday now. And I could still smell this on it. And I don't know how it got on there, but it got on there. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4 days that it's been on that beanie, and you can still smell it good. Well enough I didn't have to guess what it was. I knew that was Dapper's version of JPG's Le Mans, which I don't know if he still makes this, but it is strong. It is potent. It is really, really good. 2 or 3 sprays of this is all you will need. And again, when you're dealing with a heavy oil concentration fragrance, that's what you get. All right, that's what I wore Thursday. Friday, honestly, your boy started to get sick again at work Thursday night. Barely made it home, and it was just a rough night Thursday night from 11 o'clock till Saturday. I just didn't feel good. Let's just leave it at that. So Friday, I didn't wear anything. I honestly stayed in the bed all day. I think it's my medication making me sick, so I'm gonna have to change that, but that's another story for another day. So Friday, I did not wear anything. Saturday, which brings us to today for me, or by the time of the shooting of this video. Sunday, I had some errands. To run Saturday. It's a little bit cold here, a little bit rain. Well, it was cool, about 50 degrees and rainy. It wasn't cold, but just an icky, yucky day. So I went with something that I thought fit the mood, and it's from the house. And I want to say I sprayed this on. It was right before dark. and I can still smell it. From the house of Davidoff, it is Cool Water, the intense version. And where's my levels on this? Levels on this are right there. I know I've decanted quite a few of this, quite a few decants of this, but it smells good. I think for the $30 to $40, it smells good. If you have Cool Water Parfum, which this is a parfum concentration, I think you can own this and Cool Water Parfum. They are different. They're both really, really good. Some like Parfum a little bit better. I think Parfum is a little bit more grown and a little bit more mature, a little bit sexier. I think this one is a little bit more juvenile, a little bit more youthful, a little bit more playful. But this is the one I went with today. As again, I had to run some errands. I knew I was going to be by myself all day, so I mean, it didn't matter. I wore this strictly for myself. I didn't want to wear anything new because I've still got 3 or 4 of my new fragrances that I have not pulled out yet. But I just wanted to wear this. It just fit the mood. And what you have with this one is again a blue aquatic type of fragrance, sort of in the vein of Invictus. I think this smells a little bit better than Invictus, which people don't mention the older batches of Invictus anymore. They always want to talk about the V for Victory or Elixir or some of the newer stuff. But you know, the old Invictus when it came out was polarizing, and it was groundbreaking, and people talked about it a lot. I think this is that smooth, cool, aquatic blue freshness type of scent that those were. I think you get the same thing out of this, and for the price that you're going to pick this up for, which is $30 or $40, I think it's a solid add to the collection. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, it's not by any stretch of the imagination. Is it a good fragrance that smells good, that will smell good on you? Yes, it is. All right, guys, that's it. That's my 6 fragrances. I only wore 6 this week again because I was sick. Whew, man, glad that's over. Now, with that being said, man, I do have one more fragrance coming. I know you're probably thinking, oh goodness, Trey, but I sold something on Mercari. So as opposed to transferring that money, I just left it on Mercari and made a purchase. I feel like I got a really good deal on the fragrance, but you'll see. He probably can't ship it out. Maybe he'll ship it out Monday, and maybe I'll get it by Thursday, and I can do a single fragrance review on it. I'm very excited about it. It's a fragrance that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while. It's a little bit on the cheaper end because it's been out a while now, but when it first came out, people were loving it. I think there's only one more from this particular line that I'll need, but you know. But anyway, with that being said, guys, listen, I'm gonna get off of here. I think I have some decants. I won't decant the Dapper because it's just not enough in there to decant. And well, if you want a decant of the Armaf or a decant of the Cool Waters, I'm willing to do that. And if you decide to buy a decant of the Armaf or the Cool Waters, I will include a sample of this, of the Dior, if you would like. You know, it's the least I can do. It's the least I can do. My decants are not very expensive. You know, again, not trying to make a killing and get rich, just trying to put a little bit of money back in the pocket. But anyway, listen, guys, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Any video ideas that you got, leave them in the comments below. Or anything you think I should review, leave it in the comments below. Or if anything you think I should check out that you think might work for my style, my personality, or you just want to see me review, leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get my hands on it. Now, with that being said, I'm going to get off of here, give me something to drink because I'm thirsty, edit this video, and get it back up to you guys. I love you all. Oh, wait a minute. A little bit of business before we go. What y'all think about Michigan beating Alabama? I know I picked Alabama to win, but I'm not really surprised that Michigan won. And I still think Washington's going to win the whole thing. I just think Penix and that receiving core with that offensive line is too strong. Let me know who you got. You got Washington, or which it would be cool if both of the Harbaughs won. If Jim won the Natty and his brother won the Super. No, because that means the Niners don't win. Never mind. With that being said, I'm going to get off of here. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.